Hey, Mr. Will, back here. Same day, same lesson, part number 2. I have my same equation here, 16.5 plus 1.5r equals 12 plus 2r. Now, there are many different ways that we can solve these equations. And isn't that cool? Math is so cool. We can make the numbers work for us. So one trick that I kind of learned along the way is when you are dealing with decimals, you can multiply both sides of your equation by 10. And what that does is it gets rid of our decimal. So check this out. You may like this. You might say, nah, I'm good. I'll do it the first way. But if I multiply this side by 10, and then I multiply this side of the equation, that's right, by 10, what that does is it gives me a new but equivalent equation. So 16.5 times 10, I'm just moving my decimal place over. That's going to give me 165 plus 1.5 or 1 and 5 tenths times 10. Again, just moving my decimal place over 1. That would give me 15. Don't forget about our variable, r. And then on this side, 12. Oops, gave the answer right. 12 times 10 would give me, that's right, 120. And 2 times 10 would give me 20r. Now, do you see what we did here? In doing this, we kept our equation equivalent by multiplying everything by the same number, in this case 10, and I got rid of my decimals. You may look at this and be like, nah, Mr. Will, I'm out. Or you may look at this and say, hey, I kind of like this because now there are no decimals. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to get my constant terms on one side, my variable terms on the other. So I'm looking at this equation. I see I have 15r and 20r. I'm going to subtract 15r in this case from this side, because 15 minus 15 is 0. And on this side, 20 minus 15 gives me 5. That's right. So I'm left with 5r. Now I'm looking over here, and I see 120, and I see 65. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 120 from this side, the inverse operation. 120 minus 120 cancels each other out, and you're left with 0. On this side, I have 165 minus 120. Now they're larger numbers, but the math might be a little bit easier. And that's going to give me 5 and 4, so that's going to give me 45. So I'm left with 45 equals 5r. Now I need to get my r all by itself, so I'm going to do the inverse operation. Since I'm multiplying here, what am I going to do? That's right. I'm going to divide. I'm going to divide this side by 5, and I'm left with r. And on this side, we have to do the same thing to the other side of our equation. 45 divided by 5 leaves us with, can it be? It can. Math is amazing. 9 equals r, or in this case, r equals 9. So, same equation, just a different way to attack it. You can kind of put this strategy in your tool belt, pull it out and use it when you see decimals in your equations. So what I would like you to do is over the next couple of days to work on these equations with rational coefficients. If you have any questions, I'm keeping office hours. You can meet me today, Friday, 9 to 10, Monday, 9 to 10, or you can email me throughout the weekend with any questions you have. Again, your work will be due at the end of the day, Tuesday. In each video lesson, I'll try to break down these equations to give you more examples of how to solve them. Keep working hard, ask questions as you need them, and I will see you again on Monday. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.